Hi, everybody. It's Shamash here from teachmindfulnessonline.com or shamshaldian.com. Thanks a lot for joining in. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the three kind of core or common mistakes that mindful practitioners make when guiding meditations. And to give you a bit of a flavor of my own personal experience of a time when I don't think I did it so well, or maybe judged myself, was when I was actually first training. I was just reflecting this morning, actually, when was the time when I think something went wrong? And I think it was going back to when I was actually doing my initial training. And the way the trainings worked is you just went in once a month and you had some training then, and there wasn't much contact in between, unfortunately. And then suddenly one day you would be assessed. And the way kind of university programs work anyway is they're very formal. So they have like a clipboard and you have to cover this word and that word and that word, and it needs to be done in a certain way. You need to cover certain things. So there's like a tick box almost, things you need to make sure you do. And so on the day of the assessments, I remember all the mindfulness teachers were very nervous and were worried if they would get it right or wrong. And I was a little bit nervous as well, probably picking up on everybody else's nerves too. And so went in, and everyone has to pretend that they're like mindfulness students. So we were in a group and someone would guide the meditation, and they would have, and the teacher would be watching, and then you need to ask questions in a certain way, and the teacher would be listening. What questions are you asking? And then somebody would respond, maybe in a true way, maybe in a fake way. And then you'd need to answer that question in a way that we'd been trained to answer it. And so this kind of went on with the students, and I'd be noticing like, oh, wow, that person was so good. I'm not sure if I can do it that well, or that person obviously struggled a little bit. And then it came to my turn. And to be honest, I can't even remember which meditation I guided. Maybe they told me what to do. But I just remember that, I was trying to remember the key words that I had to say. I had to make sure it was like, mention the words about curiosity and acceptance and allowing, and saying things like as best you can and things like that. And so by the time I'd guided the meditation, yes, I kind of got into it a little bit, but not really that much. It didn't really feel very authentic and genuine, but we need to act as if it was. And so I suppose that was a meditation where I was kind of judging myself, and I was being judged by others as well. And that's not really what meditation or mindfulness is all about. So if I'm reflecting on what I think makes a good guided meditation, I think the first kind of error that I made or other mindfulness teachers make is that there's such a thing as a good meditation, a bad meditation. So I don't believe in this, and the way we do our training programs, we don't take that approach. But in other areas, they kind of classify this is right, this is wrong, this is mindfulness, and this isn't. But if you consider it, like no matter how your guided meditation goes as a teacher, your students are going to have all kind of experiences. And it could be a meditation where you don't mention the word kindness or curiosity or acceptance or openness, all that stuff. And yet the student or the person there in the class, there might be a huge light bulb moment for them. So you can't say that this is exactly the right way to do it, and if you do it this way, it's absolutely wrong. So in a way, the mistakes that mindfulness teachers would make is that there is such a thing as the perfect meditation. And if you do it right, that's great. And if you've done something else, then, you've made a mistake. You need to improve it. So that's the first thing. There's no such thing as a bad meditation. And in fact, I think this might even be breaking news. So I like to think of it as you are the Sky News, and there you go. We've got the breaking news there at the bottom ticker of the video. There's no such thing as a bad meditation, to remind you. So that's the first thing. Secondly, this is a bit more of a one, especially for beginners and maybe even experienced people as well, especially if you start judging yourself a bit too much, in that you're guiding the meditation, and it's okay to use a script or not use a script. That's another error. It's absolutely fine to have a piece of paper in front of you if you want. Sometimes, the best meditations may involve that, but it's not living the meditation. So this is a really important one, which takes a bit of practice. But whether you're reading from a script or you're guiding a meditation just from your mind, the more you can do the actual things that you're sharing with the group, they can hear it through the tone of your voice. And so, if you're saying, feel the sensations in your feet and feel them in your legs and all that, guiding the meditation, but you're not really feeling them yourself, then there's something that comes through in the tone of voice that people can sense and I can sense. So that's important. And also, as a mindfulness teacher or guider, as your mind goes off and wanders off to something, you can actually remind your students in that moment too, like, maybe your mind has gone off, you can bring it back. So that's a real nice strategy as well. So as you experience the meditation, you can guide from that experience. And that's helpful for you as the mindful teacher, and then also for the students as well. So that's a good one. Live the mindfulness. And I would say that the biggest error, because I don't like to think of them so much as errors, any of these actually, but the biggest one would be actually not doing it. So, once you've had the training, once you've practiced some mindfulness meditations, there's a lot of people that have fears about, what if I get it wrong? What if people don't like it? What if people judge me? But overcoming those barriers by starting small, and actually doing it, actually going out there and guiding meditations, whether it's one-to-one, in tiny groups or in larger groups. And even if you haven't had the full training, you can still guide short meditations or short exercises. And that's really, really important too. So I think they're the three that I think came to mind that I think are important. No such thing as a bad guided meditation. There's always opportunities to learn however it goes. Secondly, not living the meditation, not practicing the meditation as you're guiding it. That's what makes it such a joyful experience and why I really enjoy doing it myself. And thirdly, not actually doing it, not actually guiding meditations to others, because people enjoy it. There's always somebody out there who would benefit from it. So if you have done the training, then do have a go at doing it. And if you haven't done the training, get in touch with me. That's something that I specialize in, offering training to teach mindfulness. So that's really, really important. I'm going to finish with some other breaking news, which is the weather, but not ordinary weather, internal weather. And I'm saying here, internal weather, sunshine and showers expected with the odd rainbow if you're lucky. Whatever happens, we recommend you accept it as best you can. So there are little internal breaking news, 2 bits of breaking news for today. So I can see any comments. Buenos dias from Phil. Buenos dias, Phil. Excellente. So I hope you'll have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow morning for some more of this stuff. Bye for now.